But you know what is strange is the fact that we saw Chief Minister, one of the things that you tweeted was opposition parties have now taken a stand against CAA and NRC. Now it's up to the other chief ministers. We've seen Naveen Patnaik say very clearly right now that NRC will not be allowed in Odisha. We haven't seen your chief minister say the same.
First you have to see why I'm saying that it is time for the non-BJP chief ministers to take a stance. The reason being that BJP is, to my mind, BJP is well within their democratic right to try to implement CAA and NRC because this has been their stated position. This was part of their agenda, was clearly mentioned in their manifesto, and people have voted for them. So, they should and they could try to implement this. While this is truth, the other side of the truth is that this agenda has got 39% vote. That gives them the biggest majority. That is fine. But 61% people did not support that agenda. Who represents this 61% people? The combined opposition. So as much BJP has right to push and implement their agenda, these 60 combined opposition has the equal right. And hence, I am suggesting that those who are opposed to the agenda, specifically in the context of CAA and NRC, they should stand up and they should say no to NRC in their respective states. This 16 chief ministers issue is also linked to that because in 16 chief states, we have non-BJP chief ministers. These 16 states account for 65% of Indian population.
Sure.
And I am of firm opinion that NRC or a CAA cannot be implemented in the state unless the state governments chooses to cooperate
But
with the center.
CAA, they're going on saying, has nothing to do with state governments. Why are states saying that?
But this is where the whole confusion is. See, no one is challenging the center's right to legislate on the issues that fall within the purview of center.
Right.
No one is fool not to understand that part. But practically, how are you going to execute either of these two unless the state government and the machinery of the state governments comes on board? We have seen NRC being done in Assam.
Sure, that's true of NRC. Okay.
No, so I'm just coming to it.
Right.
NRC being done in Assam. The whole state machinery under the supervision of Supreme Court was working day and night, 3 years to produce the NRC, which anyway many are calling it flawed, including BJP. So someone need to explain to me that what means central government has to overcome if a state government says that we are not going to let NRC happen in my state, by what means center is going to execute that NRC in that particular state. Then people are making an argument that in that case center can take legal action. What legal action center can take? Are we to say that center is going to take the state governments to the court?
Yeah.
Or some are even saying that they can use 356 to dismiss a government. So are we to say that the central government is going to dismiss 10, 11, 12 state governments that are democratically elected? Assume for a minute that central government is so determined that they will use 356 and they will dismiss, say, 10 plus governments.
They haven't said that though.
No, I'm saying assume those who are making argument on social media, it is for your viewers to understand.
Sure.
Assume that central government takes that action. What happens after 356? Within 6 months, there will be again election in that state. And if the same government or the same party or the same leader gets elected, are we going to go on dismissing the state governments for all times to come?
Yeah.
So what I'm trying to tell you is that practically it is just not possible unless states are on board. Central government, no matter what the law is, cannot
Prashant
implement
Kishor,
it on the ground.
In CAA, they can give citizenship to whoever they want.
Yeah, and so people are not opposed to the idea of central government giving citizenship to anyone who they identify. But even for the identification purpose, how are you going to identify?
There is an application process.
But so long
it's only by application.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that is no problem. But I'm saying unless you do the NRC, there is no comprehensive implementation of CAA as well.
I understand.